Hello, all. It's Monday, which means it's time for Pink Power Walk Mondays, the Black Breasts Matter series, brought to you by the Southern Area of the Links Incorporated. I am your host, Sharon Dixon, Health and Human Services Chairman of the Southern Area and coordinator of Area Director Sylvia Perry's Links in Pink initiative. Pink Power Walk Mondays is a weekly podcast for October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, where we will focus entirely on the breast health of women of color. We are also promoting walking for healthy living, and just as for most things, walking turns out to be a key preventative strategy against breast cancer. With that in mind, let's get to our Pink Power Walk for today. Welcome to the first episode of our special edition podcast, Pink Power Walk Mondays. As you know, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and with 1 in 8 Black women facing a possible diagnosis of breast cancer, it is imperative that we increase our knowledge about all aspects of breast health so that we can act in our best interest. This certainly was the impetus for the Black Breast Matter series. So let's get started. Today's hot pink topic is, a picture is worth 1,000 words. What's the 411 on mammogram facilities? Now, this is a topic I really had not thought a lot about until recently. Of course, we all know that a screening mammogram is the standard of care for early detection of breast abnormalities. But all mammograms are not created equal, are they? I mean, how do we know if the pictures taken are of quality? Surely this is important for detection of any irregularities at the earliest stage, right? Well, it turns out that just like a restaurant, the facility you choose has to display its certification in plain sight. Yes, ladies, every mammogram facility has to have an active certification. Back in 1992, then President Clinton signed the Mammogram Quality Standards Act, better known as MQSA. This was to assure high-quality mammograms. This act requires 3 things. 1, that every facility be accredited by an FDA-approved body through a rigorous review of its practices. 2, that the facility be certified by the FDA or the state as meeting standards. And 3, that the facility undergoes an annual MQSA inspection. So what are the standards that must be met? The first is proficient personnel. There has to be evidence of adequate training of the physicians who read the reports, the technicians who perform the procedures, and the medical physicists who survey the equipment. Second is quality control and record keeping. The facility has to show it has an effective quality control program and an adequate record maintenance plan. Third is a medical audit. The facility must have a system for follow-up of abnormal mammograms and biopsy results. And as mentioned, there is an annual inspection to make sure the standards are maintained. Now, this information was really reassuring to me and gave me a new level of confidence that my results would be accurate. This process applies to every type of mammography facility, which includes hospitals, outpatient departments, clinics, radiology practices, mobile units, and doctors' offices. No matter what, they all have to be certified to provide service. That means we can be assured that we are receiving quality care no matter what type of facility we choose. This is important individually and certainly important for our chapters to know as you partner with facilities to provide mammograms for those in need in the community. There are two possibilities, though, under the certifications. The facility might have a full certification, which is good for 3 years as long as the annual inspections are on par. Or the facility might have a provisional certificate, meaning the application for certification has been accepted by the FDA-approved body and the quality aspects are currently under review. This provisional is good for 6 months. The certification document that you see in that office or in that facility will reflect what type of certification the facility holds. There is one exception, though, to the certification mandate, and that is with the Veteran Affairs facilities. They have their own strict standards and do undergo annual inspections by MQSA-trained inspectors. Now, all of the facilities, including the VA, must abide by a certain set of regulations. And these regulations include a requirement to provide results at a level that patients can understand. It requires that there be a mechanism in place for our complaints. It requires that we be able to get our original mammograms and not just a copy if we desire. And that if a mammogram is determined to be substandard, the facility has to notify you and your doctor. And lastly, the facility is obligated to send a report to you and your doctor within 30 days. So it's legislation like this that helps us to feel confident in our care and is important for us to know so that we make sure we don't get subpar service. Next time you go for your mammogram, look for that certificate, or better yet, ask the question when you make your appointment. I know I will. For those chapters of links who are helping women get mammograms, make sure your partner has the certification. And now that you know what is required to be certified, you can feel confident that the women you are supporting will get quality results. Well, that ends our podcast for today, and prayerfully, your refreshing walk. I hope you learned something of value to help enhance your breast health plan, because our breasts deserve our best, and our lives may very well depend on it. Have a great week, my sisters. Join me next week for Touch the Black Breast, the second episode in our Black Breast Matters series. It'll be an invigorating conversation with one of our own sister links.